Welcome to the True Bud Show podcast, episode number 101. We have Sydney on today. No sponsors or anything like that. I just want to show Sydney some extra love. So go give her a follow on Instagram, _CaliLove___CALILUV_. Please go show her a little love. She's kind of our sponsor today because I feel bad there's no video to accompany this podcast because I'm all about the video podcast, but let's get it.
This is True Buzz, that Mary J. Now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up. Perfect show for my smokers. True Buzz, hey.
Hey guys, welcome back to the True Bud Show podcast. It's your buddy Jack, and we're here with Sydney in the building today.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, it's good to have you. Good to have you. So we met actually at Trees of Echo Park. Cool little shop.
Yes, love that shop.
You work for HotBox.
Yes, I do.
And you've been in the game for a minute, you were telling me back, kind of give us a story of like you and weed and how you got started and stuff.
Lord, let me see. I got started, I'm thinking like 2012 or maybe like 2014, 15.
Okay.
And yeah, started back in the trap days, being a bud tender. My cousin got me into the job, into the cannabis community. And because I was just overworking the retail thing. I was working like for Ashley Furniture and shit, and I hated it. I hated it so bad. So she's like, dude, you smoke so much weed. Like, why don't you like be a bud tender or something? And I'm just like, oh, isn't it illegal? It's like, like, what if we get caught? She's like, you know what? Do it while you're young, Because then it's just like, you may not have like any other opportunities. Like, how much trouble can you get into? And it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? So I got into it. Started bud tending at like Fountain and Wellbeing. And then just being through the whole transitional phases of the marijuana industry and like it going from legal to or illegal to, I guess, legal and all of the craziness with that. So then just going from, let me see, Fountain and Wellbeing, then they another company bought it out. Then I went to Neutron Genetics, a shatter company, a concentrate company, then did some bud tending stuff, and then went to Sticky Vape, from Sticky Vape to doing stuff on the side, Instagram stuff, like promotional stuff for like up and coming brands, and then HotBox. Now we are here.
Well, that's a long time to be in the industry. So you've seen a lot of changes and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you prefer, working for a brand as opposed to being a bud tender?
Yeah, I like that. I'm a type of person that just can't really like stay confined to one spot. So I like being able to go out and like meet different people and drive and just getting that little piece of like space, like that space and like freedom. So I mean, bud tending I think is important. Like it's like definitely how to like if you're not in cannabis and you want to get into cannabis, I think bud tending is a great way to go because you get to like learn the brands, you learn what's out there, you get to like it's just very educational. But for me, I just kind of like to be on my like freedom thing, and I like to like start with up and coming brands, and I like to see them progress.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And you're killing it at the PADs. It's cool seeing it go down. So what? Tell me a little bit about HotBox if you don't mind. Like what's kind of their what's the HotBox thing? Like the quality flower is
it's good quality flower, high in THC, high in terps, with like a great like price to it. It's like nothing really over like $50 including tax. Most of the time you're probably gonna see it like within the 30 range, so like 30, 40s to 50s. So it's like a good price weed for in a nice high for like, it's just good quality, good price. There you go.
That's what's up. And you guys got the dope merch. I got my
Yes.
tray around my little brave little
How
toasted
dare
somewhere.
you. I'm just
should-
kidding. No, you're good. But we have dope merch. We have dope sandals, backpacks. Our backpacks are really cool. I should have brought one.
I haven't seen the
upstairs.
sandals.
Yeah, I usually wear them sometimes. it's okay.
Well-
My feet are not important. But
I love rocking sandals. Do you wear beanies ever?
you know what? I like them. I don't usually wear them, but I have some. But
I don't wear them a whole lot either. I
Mm.
just bought some new, like some of these hats and a little beanie there. I'll throw you if you want.
I love dad hats.
They're comfy. They're
I love
nice.
dad hats. They work great for me. It's nice. You can wear it to the front. You can wear it to the
I don't
back.
gotta worry. I'm like trying to grow the hair out a little bit, so I don't gotta worry about that shit.
Trying to
It's
get the
nice, like
surfer look
yeah, a
going
little
on.
getting back to the surfer vibe. Yeah, I used to have it like down to here back in the day,
What? No.
and then I'm like, it's got to switch it up. Now I'm just going with the flow, seeing how it goes.
I feel it.
Is that a what are those? Is that a puff bar? It's called.
It's a hype. Yeah, it's like one of those.
So you, I was talking, this flavor deal that's going on. I talked to a
What's the
couple people.
flavor deal?
It's flavors to sell flavored vapes, nicotine vapes is illegal
Yeah, I know.
in the new year.
Yeah,
So did you stock up on some?
we'll just say that.
Yeah, because I talked to
Yeah.
this one guy at a security guard at a dispensary, and he's like, I bought like 30 of them. He's like, I'm waiting
Dang.
until everybody stops. I'm gonna start selling them. I'm like, dude, people will
Well,
buy
they
them.
gave them like 3 months to They gave them like 3 months to clear out their inventory.
Oh, okay.
So after it became illegal, so some people are still selling it, but
That makes sense.
there's I don't know. You just gotta find some people. There's always probably like some black market thing going on too.
Yeah.
But also there's like stuff online. They're like selling vapes that you can like that don't have the nicotine or whatever in it.
Do you ever use weed vapes?
I actually just used a weed vape recently because I ran out of a wax. So I had a desperate time and cracked that thing open to dab with.
Oh, you dab? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
You're like-
I'm not a big vape person when it comes to the weed vapes, but I do like wax and like doing concentrates. But I'm more of like a flower girl, if that
Okay.
makes sense. But I don't discriminate.
I love it. Would you have a? Because my goal this year is to get more into dabbing because I'm like a huge flower head and edibles and
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
And then it's such like, I've gone to these events and I see these dab tables, like the
Mhm.
community of dabbers and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like an art form for real, like with
Yeah.
the temperature, the cleaning of it. I'm like, this is a whole
Yeah.
nother level to me that I'm not on that level at all yet.
I feel it. You gotta really definitely ease into it, and you don't want to like maybe not having like taking dabs from those tables be like your first like way into it, because sometimes they give you fat ass dabs, and then you might not have the best experience. So sometimes it's just best like I don't know, you just start off with like a little rig, or even just get like the Puffco.
That's
If
why I
you
want to
want
get this
to,
little
yeah.
Puffco.
Yeah, and it's nice because you're like on the go a lot, so it's like nice portable type thing, and then you can just like so you don't have to do the whole ritual thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about hitting up like Puffco, the Dr. Dabber, like or like
Mhm.
the 4 big brands and being like, yo, do you guys want to hook me up with some free shit and I'll do some content?
Yeah.
And whichever one says yes first, I'll just do that, hopefully, is the plan. Because that's like
Yeah.
why I started when I first started smoking, I started selling bud just like get free smoke.
Uh-huh.
But I just have a hard time spending so much money on weed, and that's part of the beauty of being in the industry is you don't have to as much.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, dang, like
Or you can start growing.
I
That's
need to.
That's a nice like little. I grew a long time ago when I lived in like Santa Barbara, and I didn't even know what I was doing, and I was doing it like with an ex-boyfriend at the time. But he knew like a little more than I did, but we were still figuring it out together. We were like going to like the library and getting books. And just like getting things off Amazon. Things are so much easier now, and it's so much easier to just grow in your own space. Like, it's probably worth it, especially if you can. Like, if you have a place where you can, because it's obviously gonna smell. So
Yeah, that's where I've been thinking. My old spot, I had room. I could probably pull one off somewhere around here.
yeah, you definitely could. And then like I don't know if you have a balcony.
I
Do you?
wish. At my last spot, I did.
Uh,
But I'm just like, I just need to start doing it because I've never
Yeah.
done it or I did back in the day when I was in high school,
Yeah.
and they all got ruined. But
you learn a lot just from like growing, you learn a lot.
Feels
just about
rewarding,
the
too, like,
plants.
yeah.
Yeah, and just like more so like the care that they need and like what goes into it, and it's just like the things you put in about your body, and it's another like thing that's alive that you can like care for, and you have to like nurture until like it blossoms into this beautiful flower, and then you smoke it, and then you're just so appreciative.
yeah, it really, yeah, I do need to do it. I keep saying it. How did you like Santa Barbara in general being out there?
I love Santa Barbara. It's so nice. Sometimes when I even like feel like I'm like, having anxiousness or whatever in the wall. Sometimes it's nice, like, even just to go down and take that little drive. And then you drive along the water. And it's just like, there's nice, cool places that's like not so crowded. And it's just like a chill, relaxed vibe. Very comfortable. It's just like, but you can, any beach area is kind of calming, except for Venice or Santa
Yeah.
Monica.
Yeah.
But anything by the water where you can kind of just zone out and just like,
I feel that. I like going to a 99 high tide in Malibu
yeah.
for PADs because I'll try to get like a couple minutes in. Usually I don't, but last time I chilled on the beach for like 20 minutes. I'm like, yeah.
I just had that shop for the first time 2 weeks ago. That was the first time I went to that shop. And it was right after it rained. Oh, wait, was it 2 weeks ago? A week ago. And it was like right after it rained. It's so nice. I loved it. And then, like, I like the shop. It's that upstairs shop in the corner above the surf shop, the 99.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it 99 High Tide?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that shop.
Yeah, everybody in there is so
They're
nice.
so cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like this super sweet vibe. They're so
For real,
welcoming.
yeah. There's like an energy when you walk in there.
Yes, it's like, dang, am I here to buy like sage and candles?
Yeah.
Am I here to buy weed? I don't know. Am I here to chill and lounge around? Like, definitely a cool vibe over there. And I went over there and I actually went to that Broadway Oyster
Oh, how was that?
over there by like where that little mall is, where Sephora and everything is. And I got a lobster roll.
Okay.
So I had to, I was over there. So it was pretty good.
Sounds
Worth the
good.
$30? I don't know, but
That's
it's
a hard thing, right?
For a little sandwich. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
and not even filling. It was like, damn, this was good, but like, fuck, I wish I had like 2 more.
that's the hard thing sometimes when it comes to good food. Like I went out this weekend, I got some like couple appetizers. They were pretty expensive and it was so small. I'm like, it's tasty, but at the same time, I want a little more substance. There's a place somebody was telling me in Malibu that does like a $50 smoothie.
Hey, you gotta be.
Some
I was like,
some
people here
bougie
are
shit out there.
fancy.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, where's the?
It's just everything's more expensive out there. Like I went to that little Thai place and got some like regular shrimp dish was like $30 for lunch. I'm like, shit.
Wait, while we're speaking of food things real quick, I know it's not a food podcast,
I'm a
but
foodie.
okay, just went to a sushi spot in Koreatown called Rockin' Sushi.
Rockin' Sushi.
Rockin' Sushi.
I think I might have been there.
Oh
I
my
used to
God,
live in K-Town.
If you go, oh my God, it's good. It's good quality food, good surveys. It's a nice vibe. You get to like feel like it's like a kind of like my friends and I, we sat in like a little booth and stuff, but then they have like a little curtain. It makes you feel like kind of like it's private. And it's just like, it was so good. And the food was so freaking good. I haven't had good sushi in a long time and I'm kind of like a critic. Like I really take pride in like every little flavor that I can taste. And if there's like one hint of like something nasty, it's just good. No. But this place was so good. So if you ever go, it's really
Rockin' Sushi.
Rockin' Sushi in Koreatown. I don't know exact streets or whatever, but it's
Good looks. I haven't had sushi in a minute, but K-Town's got some good stuff going down. I was
Yeah.
there during like the whole COVID scene, so are you chilling? So yeah, a lot of the places closed down and shit, but they have a cool little, it's a cool scene. I
Yeah.
like that. I've done an event actually at that Lock and Key spot, the
Okay,
little
yeah,
bar.
yeah,
We did
yeah.
the cannabis event there. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool venue for that.
Yeah, Lock and Key is cool. I've been there before. There's some cool spots. I'm definitely like a very like foodie person. I like aesthetics.
What's your
I'm
like
a
cuisine
sucker
of
for that.
choice if you
I
had to
don't
choose?
know. I don't know.
That's a super hard question.
Yeah. Cuisine of choice. Pff,
Mine is
like pasta.
like Vietnamese or Thai, followed closely by Italian. I'd say
Okay, I guess Italian food.
that's what Italian's so
Sandwiches,
good.
pizzas, and pastas, which are all my problems at this moment.
That's all the good shit.
I know, and I'm about to do keto too, so that's gonna be rough. Do you know what keto is?
Yeah,
The keto
yeah.
diet, like
So-
no carbs, no sugar, no starches.
That's kind of like I've been for the past little while. I've been kind of doing that
Mhm.
during the weekdays,
Mhm.
and then when the weekends hit, I just eat whatever I want, which it's kind of working for me right now. It's
Yeah.
and like, but having that strict during the week, and then by the time Friday rolls around, I'm like, all right, I might get some like Italian food, eat good, enjoy. The biggest thing for me in like health stuff is just cutting out the booze. Is so hard on
That's
it's
what I
like
want to do too. That's why I'm like wanting to do this diet because it's like for me, It's more so not so much a diet, but like a mental thing, like discipline, sacrifice, and just being able to have that like mental capability of like I can do this for this long and hold myself to it. And so and I feel like that's like a big thing because some things it's just not, I don't know, it's bigger than just more so the diet. But if I can do this diet and I can like not drink and I can like be a little sober, obviously I'm probably going to be smoking weed. But I need to make sure the snacks that I'm snacking on afterwards, like, are like helpful and like beneficial to me and not like bullshit things like starch and chips. And those are all the weaknesses I have. Potatoes. Potatoes is my problem. How can you not like something in the
It's
potato family?
for real. Yeah, potatoes. I do eat a lot of sweet potatoes too, or I need to more just for their little.
Sweet potatoes are
Yeah,
good.
yeah, they're good for you. And it's funny you say this because like I'll show you over there too. I've bought some weird snacks I've never bought before. Or not weird, but like chickpeas and like snap peas and shit to like
Mhm.
try to be on like a little healthier
Mhm.
kick because my bad thing is or first cutting out the booze and like late night if I'm really stoned is when my like sweet tooth will kick in and I'll start
Mhm.
snacking like you're
Mhm.
saying late at night. But yeah, it's fun. It's and to the discipline point, it just feels good when you do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, shit, it's been like, however long I've been staying pretty good, but
Yeah.
and I'll throw you some of the plenty of this koan to drink
Yeah.
too because it's 0 calories and all that.
Mhm.
And I'll cheat with like other drinks this weekend, other
What are
kind
the
of
carbohydrates in it?
zero. It's zero
Oh,
carbs.
it's a
Yeah,
zero.
yeah, zero
Always
all.
0 calories
Yep,
all the way through.
yep, and
Dang.
yeah, vegan.
Oh.
So that's a cool element that we do with this. That helps you kind of hit that health aspect. Or I've been taking a lot of FSO oil that I've been buying from trees, that Friendly Farm stuff I like a lot.
Yeah.
I'll just put it in a little pill. But stuff like that because it's so interesting to me seeing how many people, and I'm sure you've seen go into dispensaries and just
Mhm.
want to buy gummies right away.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you're buying like that's like 20-30 bucks, 100 milligrams, but there's so much other options that are like the FSO or pills that I think people just aren't as aware of.
Yeah. I like the edible thing. I just like I don't know. I like it when my friends make it because those things hit like I like to go for the ride, but sometimes I'm scared once I get in the ride, like, oh no, I'm in this
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
I'm in it. What do you if you do buy like a bag of gummies, how many would you usually eat at once?
I don't know because I'm hungry all the time. I don't want to eat. That's like the thing about edibles. Like, how are you going to tell me to eat something and tell me to stop? You know what I mean? You're going to give me a container of little fruit snacks and then you're going to tell me only eat like 3 of them? Nah. I'm going to eat I'll probably like I usually try to do like 50 milligrams of stuff when I first try it.
Okay, yeah, that
I do like a good like
so big.
I would say like a 30 to 50. How about that? Depends on what it is. If it's like gummies or whatever, I might pop like 40 or 50. If it's like a drink or something, I don't know how it's gonna hit me. I might do like 30. Unless it's small. I'm not gonna lie, I drank a whole bottle one time of something. It's hard to stop on those
Yeah,
things too.
yeah, I did that the other day with one of the Keef sodas, like the 100
I
milligram
never
soda.
had those
They're
ones.
pretty
A lot of
solid.
people
It was
come
my
in and buy
first time
those.
having a 100 milligram one, and it is like slightly more bitter, I think, just because of the emulsion than
What
the
does it
10.
taste like? Soda?
Yeah, it
Like
tastes like a root.
like
It
a
tastes like a root beer with like or whatever flavor, the orange or the root beer. It tastes like a soda, but has like a slight bitterness on the back from the infusion. I think, personally, is my opinion.
there's this other brand that I've been wanting to try and it's a drink and it's like they come in those like kind of glass bottles and it's like a kind of frosted bottle. I can't remember what it is.
It's a frost. Oh,
And then they have like all these different
is it like the La Familia?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
been
I
wanting to
haven't had
try
one.
them.
I haven't. I had their like blueberry one. I think they did was like a
I
collab.
heard it's good. Like I heard from different bartenders everywhere that they like it, and it looks like the presentation's nice and everything, and it's like appealing, you know.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Actually, somebody was talking pretty highly of it when I was at the Woods Lounge the other day. They were drinking that. Have you been to any
What
of
Woods Lounge?
the right off in West Hollywood? It's the Woods dispensary has the lounge and the Artistry also has a lounge, right?
Yeah,
That
I
right
know
there.
the artistry has that. I haven't been to either one though yet. I should probably
Yeah,
go.
check it out. It's cool little, go out in the woods, chilling, smoking a little cabana and
In the woods.
yeah, so they have like you walk back, they call it like the Giggle Garden. It's like a
Okay.
whole they have their bar where you can buy cannabis drinks, and then they have little cabanas that you can go sit and smoke in.
So do they raise the prices on the products because it's like a lounge
Well, that's a
thing?
good question. And so when I went there, they weren't. No, they not
It
yet.
seemed like everything was like normal
They were
prices.
initially, I think, charging to rent out the cabanas per hour, but they're doing some construction on their other bar because they're gonna have an
Oh,
alcohol bar in there
mhm.
too in the future, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So right now you don't have to charge. They don't charge you to smoke in there, and they actually don't charge to rent pieces either, which is interesting.
Okay, that's cool. So how are they? Okay. So
But
they don't charge you an entry fee.
no cover.
So when you come in, is it like a dispensary or is it
Yeah,
like a restaurant?
it's a dispensary. So you walk in, it's dispensary, and then you walk out to the back is the lounge. So yeah, you can
Oh,
go.
that's what
Yeah,
you're
you just have to buy
saying.
the product there. You can't bring in your own shit.
Okay, so when you're saying the artistry and the artistry has a lounge, it's attached to the artistry.
Yeah, it's
Or it's
upstairs.
not a whole different artistry.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
upstairs. So yeah, that
which artistry?
the one in West Hollywood. So yeah, it's the
Okay.
artistry studio. So it's the dispensary and then the lounge on top, then the Woods dispensary lounge in the back. And then I think the next lounge that's gonna open is gonna be the original High Times one or the Lowell Cafe.
Yeah, yeah,
They got
yeah.
the
I
High
used to
Times
work
signs up
there.
now. Oh, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Tell me a little about that.
I used to work for the whole little community thing because at first they initially started as suicide girls, and then the suicide girls, they had their vapes and stuff, and then that was like their kind of way of getting in their foot in the door, because the suicide girls kind of already had a name for themselves. And so um with that, they just came up with they had the little farms, and I started off doing just like helping them out, doing like little brand ambassador stuff. And then they had opened their distro, and at that time, that was still in the transitional period of things becoming legal, and so it was kind of like on hush hush. So I worked there, and there's probably only about like 7 of us at that time, like working like 10-hour days and like 12 days a week. Whatever. We were working like no days off. And then once they became legal and stuff, then like they became bigger, and I don't know. And then they opened up that cafe because there was multiple owners to the brand. And so then like one of the owners had the cafe already in mind, like they've been planning this for a long time, and then after that they came out with that. And yeah, and then I was like, they needed some girls there, I decided to do that. I was doing both things. I was just a little hustler, but it was actually fun. It was cool to see something like that for the first time, because it was like one of the first cannabis cafes to open ever in the United States, right?
Yeah.
So it was dope to be a part of that, because it was just something, seeing people eating their food at a restaurant type vibe, but then like, sorry, everybody's blowing me up. But it was like a restaurant type vibe, but then they're also like people are smoking and stuff. Like if people seeing blowing smoke in the air, they're getting their food delivered, but then they're also getting their bongs delivered and their weed. So I like the idea and I like the concept of everything. It was obviously like, just kind of like an organized situation, because it's all new to everybody, just like the weed industry is still new to everybody. So no one really knew, behind the scenes it was kind of a little bit of a mess, but I think the whole idea of the cafe was amazing, and it was just different, seeing like kind of standing back and looking at everybody and seeing people not having their phones in their hands, seeing people laugh and they're smoking. Maybe someone would take their phone up to take a picture of the food or whatever, but then that their phone was down because they're passing around bongs. Like, how can you have your phone in your hand if you're holding a bong and lighting it at the same time? You can't. You just gotta enjoy the moment, and be in the moment. So it was just a nice experience. And then it kind of fell through during COVID, you know? So
That's when it went under was there.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
huh.
COVID. They tried to bring it back, and because they hit me up to rehire, and they said they were gonna have it back running like that fall or whatever, after COVID was kind of clearing up, but it just never got back up after that. So
Yeah, it's there like you were saying, there's so much on the back end with these lounges and stuff where they're still
yeah,
trying to like figure stuff out and the
yeah,
legalities, all the red tape. It's like,
hmm,
yeah, I feel it's cool though to be able to say that, right? That you worked
yeah,
at like the first
yeah,
cannabis cafe, like legal one ever, basically.
yeah.
Like,
And it's cool because like you were just getting people who were coming from like all over, just to come to experience this because it was an experience. It was a little pricey, but it was an experience to have. It was something to come see and like be able to smoke in the first cafe. And that was just, I don't know, it was something nice to see because obviously there was a point in time where people were smoking not too long ago in restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were smoking cigarettes and
It's
stuff.
like
But
it's still like a trip to me when I go in to do these like events there, and I'm like, it still clicks in my head sometimes. I'm like, oh, there's smoking here. Oh yeah, we're smoking in here. Like
yeah,
it still trips me out.
yeah, exactly. So it's just nice to be a part of. But weed has its beautiful parts and it has its ugly parts. So just like anything else, and it's still new, so everybody's still figuring it out.
Yeah, there's so much to figure out, and that's a part of the exciting part about being in the industry, right? Is
Yeah,
like kind of on the forefront of what's happening in the
yeah.
game. It'll be interesting to see as it, in our lifetime as the way things go. Like, do you have like a dream goal or like anything like that with cannabis that you'd like to do or like,
I do, and I did. I don't know. Everything's still kind of up in the air. Of course, I would still like to have a piece of cannabis with me always, but like I'm still open to be like doing new things. Like I'm kind of wanting to get out of the cannabis thing right now, but also like it's a love of mine that I have and always had for it. I have a little bit of an attachment issue. But I think, maybe sometime in the future I might have my own brand or I could have my own dispensary. Anything is possible. But we'll see. You never know what's in the works.
yeah, yeah. It's funny that kind of like along the lines of what you're saying is like I was doing this like True Buds videos and podcasts and stuff before I actually was like doing cannabis retail sales and stuff. And as I've gotten more into the sales stuff, I've found myself kind of getting more away from the video stuff I was initially doing. So I'm like trying to get more back into that because I kind of lost track of like my initial love for like the content aspect.
Yeah.
It's always been there, but it just kind of fell to the wayside for a little bit. So this year I'm really
Yeah.
trying to up that. And do you want a little shot
Yeah,
by the way?
what is that?
So
What are you doing there?
So I've just been adding these play shots. It's just 10
Mhm.
milligrams of THC. It's more of like a sativa feel.
Okay.
Or I have Wonders more an indica or calm super low dose
Let's
too.
do the sativa because I don't know. I don't want to be put down. Like it's gonna hit me later. But how many milligrams is that?
This is 10 THC in here.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Yeah, pretty
nothing.
mellow.
Should I drink more of this or is it gonna like
Your call. You can
let's just see.
pour it on in there.
Yeah, just let's do
Yeah,
that.
just go right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually like a lot of times I'll just take them as little shots, but when I'm chilling like this, I like just having a
Oh,
little
it's
drink.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's got a
not
little
too
like
bad. It tastes like
it's got like a little flavor. How's that sparkling water in general?
the sparkling water's good. I think it has a little. Oh, I think the two combined maybe made it a flavor.
Yeah, it has like a blueberry
It's a blueberry pomegranate,
and then
what's
that's
the flavor of that?
orange hibiscus. So it's a blueberry pomegranate orange hibiscus.
Hey, it might as well be a tea
It's a
at that point.
tropical Mai Tai some
And what do
shit.
you have here? What is this?
That's some farm to lab.
Can I open it?
Yeah. I think that's what's that sound
Oh,
about?
banana.
You can actually
banana cream.
you can actually have that eighth if you'd like.
Oh yay! I will.
I love farm to lab. They're super cool. Their grow's actually probably pretty close to you. It's up in Venice, right on the border of Panorama City.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, they've been in the game for a while. Super cool owner. I met him at Hall of Flowers.
Mhm.
He's from New Jersey too, so we kind of hit it off. But yeah, they do good stuff. They've been expanding. They got a couple dispensaries out in the desert, hot springs, their grow, delivery, all that stuff.
Yeah, we have some grows over in Hot Springs as well too.
Do you spend much time out there ever, like Palm Springs, Hot Springs area?
We went out there a couple times, and then I went out there for the Hall of Flowers and stuff, obviously. But just like seeing the grow and stuff, which was cool, and just like knowing like where our product comes from, and like just like the background of it. It's cool. Everything's pretty cool down there, and it's nice to see how our flower grows. But we also have some grows at our own shops as well. Like they grow at the shops. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. Yeah, where is there like a window in where you can? I always love that look. It adds a little element for me when I come in. I'm like, okay, this is like a
Yes.
cool. Like I'm in the game here.
Have you been to Lemonade, Pacoima or like Arleta?
Yeah, I have. It's been honestly though like
A
a
while.
year. It's probably been
Yeah.
a year.
Actually, they picked up a lot because they were kind of slow in the beginning, but like
It's an interesting location there.
it's a tough location
Yeah.
because you're kind of off the freeway, but then it's like even if you were to see it, you'd have to kind of like pass
It's a little off the
it.
trail,
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
exactly. So you'd have to like know that's where you want to go. But that's a cool little spot, and that's where they have the window too, where you can like see the weed. And all that
Okay.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
Lemonade and HotBox are they combined or are they in
Yeah,
business together?
that's one of our shops. It's
Okay.
the same
And
ownership.
then is the High part of your guys' stuff too?
Yeah.
So the hot.
The High actually used to be a HotBox.
Yeah, that store right there, or used to be like a CPR or something
Yeah,
too.
that was them.
That store has changed a lot. Because I
Yeah.
stopped by initially when it was first CPR and it was in the process of changing. And every time it looks better when I go in there, like new racks, like merch and stuff. It looks cool.
Yeah, they're really coming together. I love that shop over there. I love a lot of my shops I go to, but I don't know. Is it the shop or is it the people? Or is it me? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing is for the most part, like all the shops and bud tender, everybody's pretty dang chill for the most part.
Yeah.
It's hard. I don't have any shop where I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to this shop. I'm like, oh, what, you know.
I do have a shop
Yeah.
like that. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
any
yeah.
names. I'm not gonna put you guys out there like that. But
What, just rude or not?
no, it was a shop I did go to a lot, and then like there's a point in time where you don't go to that shop for a while, and then I guess they finally did a reorder, but then they had like a new ownership or change in management or something like that. Because then when I went in, they were obviously reconstructing, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. First off, it was downtown, and I had to park my car in the alley. I didn't feel too good about that. Where all the people
That's
hanging
sketchy,
out
yeah.
in the alley. And then you have to like go to the back door and you're knocking at the door hoping someone's gonna hear you, and you're just like, I don't know, you're a guy. It's different when you're a woman and you're just hanging out in the alley.
Well, downtown can get sketchy.
But yeah, and then the manager, he seemed pretty cool. And then it wasn't until like I was like, talking to customers, and then first I went up to him and I asked him about the prices and like how much he was selling the hot box for, and he had like a list, like the prices posted on like one of those TV screens or whatever, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, never mind, it's up there. And then he's like, oh, don't look at that price, that's not the price. And I was like, oh, okay, well, like what's the price? He was like, oh, like don't worry about it. And I was like, okay. So then like I'm doing my
He said,
thing. I'm like doing my thing. People are coming up to me. I'm telling them about the hot box. They're like, oh yeah, how much is it? And I'm like, oh, it's from what I saw that they're posted, it's like ranging from this price. I was like, but I'm not sure if that's including or not including tax. And he was like, okay. So then they go back. And then these people are coming back and they're looking like angry at me. And I'm just like, and then the manager comes, he's like, could you not mention the prices to the customers? And I was like, well, it's posted up there. And I was like, and plus I need the prices so I can like send it to
Hustle
my
it,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, so I can send it to my people. I have to like write a report and
Yeah.
stuff. And so I'm like, they need to know like what the prices are. He's like, why do they need to know the prices? I'm like, because it's their product and they want to know how much you're selling the product for and if it's pushing or not. And then he's just like, well, I don't think that's important to them why they need to know that information. And then I'm like, dude, I've never had this kind of issue before at a shop. Like, why are you giving me so much attitude? And then I was trying to show him like my paperwork and stuff, like what I'm supposed to fill out. And I'm like, see, everybody else shows the prices. I need to know your guys' prices. He's like, well, what is Cookies selling it for? Just put that we're selling it as the same price as Cookies. And then I was just like, you know
There's
what?
some like it's
This
like
is being
some passive aggressive bullshit.
yeah,
It's-
exactly. So at that point, I was just like, well, now you pissed me off and I'm not pushing shit for you. You're going to have to push it yourself. So anybody who comes up to me, I'm just going to direct them to you and you guys can push that. And then my phone died. And so then I was just, alone. So I went to go talk to the bud tenders and, be personable, talk to them about the weed. I'm asking them what weed they like. We're laughing. We're having a good time. Getting the security guard on it. It was a good time. We're all laughing. And then all of a sudden someone peeks their head out the back and like does the psh. And then everybody starts like to scatter. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then one of the bud tenders come up to me and they're like, oh my God, you're so cool. You seem like such a cool person, but we're not allowed to talk to people. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what?
And then I went up to security guard, like over here, like, yo, bro, like some weird shit going on. And then like they came out and they said something to him. So then at this point, no one could talk to me. So I'm just like, So I was like, I'm ready to get the hell up out of this shop. It was just like uncomfortable vibe. It was a weird
Yeah.
energy. And then on top of that, the manager, he's like, "Oh, let me help you and let me walk you to your car." He helped me to the car and he's like, "We loved you so much. We want you to come back as soon as possible and we're gonna book you for next week." And I'm just like, ugh, please, Lord, don't bring me back to this shop. I can't do a couple hours there, just not
That's
talking to anybody.
crazy.
I can't really be like personable with
And the
nobody.
customer's got to feel that vibe too, especially if the employees are kind of like
Yeah.
walking on eggshells. It's like,
Right? Like, what is this? A dispensary or a sweatshop?
yeah, like
Like, good grief.
what? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, some of these like some people just have certain like egos. Like I saw somebody make a funny LinkedIn post the other day, like a sales rep. He's like, "Why is somebody who's overdue payment 120 days make me feel like a dick for asking for the money?" You know, like
Right?
stuff like that. It's like, yo, it's like it's crazy.
Right?
But back to your like asking for the price point, like even apart from your hot even your company wanting to know,
Yeah.
it's important for because I have customers. If I'm pitching a product, it's hard. Like, oh, how much does it cost? Like,
Yeah.
I need to be able to tell the customer.
Yeah. How
Like
am I
that's
telling
it's
it's cost
absurd.
efficient and saying like, oh, it's good for a good price when I don't know what the price is?
Yeah, it's like trying to like, and they're probably trying to like run one over on the customers, like putting a
Exactly.
fake price. And I'm the type of customer a lot of times where I'm honestly bad at like not looking at my receipt and kind of just paying stuff. Like if it was a $35 eighth and they charged me 37, I probably wouldn't notice, you know, if the screen
Yeah.
said, you know what I
I wasn't
mean?
even thinking about that like that. Like they were, but I was thinking that shit was definitely sketchy and I don't like that type of vibe. Like, why would I want to be in that environment?
Yeah, and you're so like, you know, meeting you the first time, you're so chill. Like I couldn't see you coming in being like rude, you know. It's just funny.
Yeah,
Like
I'm just like, what is going on? And then it's like, how am I supposed to be able to connect with the bud tenders or educate them or, see what they like, what they don't like, what's wrong with the product, like this and that, like what type of flow they have in the store if I can't talk to them,
yeah,
How am I supposed to build a relationship if it's just like, okay, I'm just supposed to sit in a corner and just like,
well, it's good to know that shops like that are out
yeah, yeah.
there.
Be careful, you guys. They are out there, and definitely there are like some swindler shops out there. But then there's good shops that like, been in it for a minute through the trap
Yeah.
days and they know of like the bullshit of the taxes and all that. So they try to help out their customers and like do deals and do happy hours or like, there's a lot of shops still out there like trying to help people. And I know a lot of people judge shops sometimes and they're like, oh, they're so overpriced and blah blah blah. But it's like you have to find those shops. Some people don't put their prices up with the taxes and some people do. They let you know everything like what's up like right in front.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But then, I still have my trap guys too that I get my weed from.
Yeah, I mean, especially for the flower, it just makes sense, like, a lot of times.
Yeah, because who wants to be spending like $70 for some weed for an eighth, you
Yeah,
know? Like it's ridiculous out here.
yeah, it's hard to justify, and the taxes is interesting, and the laws that are changing with that. But yeah, it's like for the average customer going in, I think there should be a uniform thing where it's like every dispensary should have to put their same pricing with or without tax.
Mhm.
Because we know it, we see that we're used to seeing signs, but a regular customer might not know there's going to be tax. I've seen people get mad about it
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Cause and then like some places have different taxes. So it's like the tax can like super hop up, or they have multiple taxes that's on
Yeah,
there.
that'll
So it's just like, I don't know. It's some of them they're good. So there's some good finds. If I could put a little list out there of the good finds, then I will.
and I'm a big fan of like over communication, like too in general, from like to the customer or like you're set like from the buyer and managers. Like for instance, like back to the payment thing. Like if somebody can't pay me right away, like the cool thing that I like that people do is like, hey, like I'm gonna we'll get you one scheduled a couple weeks from now, or I can pay you half. It's like just working with people, and just
Yeah.
being like, hey, we can't do this right now, but we're gonna try our best. Like just those little things go so far for me personally. It's like,
Only if it were that easy.
yeah,
In
for
this
real.
industry, I've definitely learned that throughout the years that I've been in it, is that there has been the common denominator is there is no communication. There's no communication from distro to sales to BAs to bud tenders to managers to buyers. There's no communication sometimes, and that's like a big problem because you have a bunch of different people mixed in this new world. You have the people who've been in it for from the trap days who really don't know anything else but weed, and then you have who can't really trust anybody, but then you have the people who are, these business people that who want like they want ends on this, they're like, oh, I
Yeah.
want a piece of that action that they got going on in the cannabis industry. So they're over here bringing their money, buying things, trying to run it in a certain business way when other people are used to running it in a secretive kind of way. And so nobody wants to anybody to take someone's action away from them or like, so it's just a weird.
Yeah, it's
And
like
I've
it's
been through all parts of it. I've been in the distro part and the outside part, behind the counter, and it's just like that's the common denominator is just nobody communicates with each other and it creates so many problems. And that's probably what could end up keeping this like industry from flourishing. We're only just holding each other back, but shit, you got to learn, trial and error.
yeah, that's some real talk you just laid down for real, because the
Right.
communication thing's huge, and that's where like people like us are, I think, a huge like part of that communication, because we are the boots on the ground doing these events, talking to
Mhm.
bud tenders. And if brands don't have that, there's even a way more even lack of communication. But you're so right. It's crazy sometimes, and like depending on the distros, I've worked with smaller distros in the past where the communication is just tough. Sometimes I don't know when things were delivered. Now we're with like
Mhm.
Nabis, which is super on point, but it's like interesting. There's so many variables and levels to the game that
Exactly. It's just like there's certain things that goes wrong with my own with the own brand that I'm with that just there's no communication and things can be so much simpler and nobody could be wasting their time or doing anything extra if we just all communicated with each other. It's like why is everything such a secret or people were just so busy, focused on their own personal things on what's going on, not even saying like personal things outside of work, but just their own personal things with work, with what their job is. Everybody feels like they're important as they should, but but no one's focused on like communicating something that can make it easier for everybody else. And then we're all just like out here looking dumb.
Well, you know what I've thought about too? It's not my job, obviously, but I feel bad sometimes for some of these distro drivers coming in because I'm like, some of these places could be maybe on better schedule. This is a side note, but I see some of these drivers waiting literally like hours because I'll
Yeah.
be doing a PAD. I'm like, dude, this homie's been here for an hour and a half. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't he have other stops?
Yeah.
Like little things like that pop in my head sometimes. I'm like, dang, I feel, that's a tough one there, having to be on other people's clock, and I am too.
Yeah.
I've had to wait a while to talk to somebody, but it's all good. But
Yeah.
not like consistently like that. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah. It's definitely interesting to see how this thing will all turn out in like 10 years from now, But if I
well, all
can,
your skills that you have are invaluable, like what you've learned, like you said, you've basically tapped every element of the market. So
yeah.
you know so much. Like I've learned so much just this past couple of years of doing sales and
Yeah.
cannabis. It's nuts, and it's
Yeah, it's all about like what you're gonna do with all those
yeah.
resources. But I do have a couple of things in mind of just like, just even simple things like this, venturing out and just trying new things and getting out there. Cause then you never know what like new interest might hit you to like come up with that plan, to make things happen in your life.
Yeah,
So
that's where I need to get better at just like moving faster.
yeah,
Like when I just don't think and just keep creating and making shit, then it's
yeah,
like when I start thinking a little too much is my like problem.
yeah,
And then I'm just like, okay, stop, just do it, whatever,
yeah.
put it out, content work or whatever. But
Yeah, and that's the great thing about this industry too, is that you're just networking, you're meeting so many people. And so you're just learning so much, whether you're learning something good or learning something not to do. You're just learning from everybody that you meet. And that's why I like this job. It's just like I like being like a brand rep. I like being able to drive around and meet different people. And that's the good part about not being for me being a bud tender. It's like you don't get wrapped in you don't get stuck with all the like little politics stuff that's going on in the shop, all the little dramas and all that. I'm in the shop for a couple hours. I'm everybody's best friend. And then I'm
yeah,
out. You know what I mean?
yeah, real
How
talk.
can you get mad?
Yeah.
I'm not here long enough to hear the drama, to get soaked in. I'm an energy person. So like people's energy does take a toll on me. So like as long as I'm always feeling good and like free and just like at least able to bring that sunshine to other places that are feeling a little dark, then shit, that's all I need. And then being able to network and meet some of the great people that you meet that may help you like figure out things in your life or, help be that little puzzle piece that you're missing to get that whole picture together. So I don't know. It's exciting, and I'm definitely trying to take this year like by the horns and like experience new things and just like not being scared to like go out there and try something different. Because it's like might as well do it while you're young, while you can, and like while you're able to. Because shit, you might as well set yourself up until that point you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you because I'm on a similar path this year, and also too with that, like one of my goals is to travel a little more. You know,
Yeah,
get out of the country is a
me
goal of mine this year. I want to
too.
go to Thailand, check
Okay.
out the can. I've never been to Thailand. Like I said, I
Yeah.
love Thai food,
Yeah.
but now that cannabis is legal there, I think there could be some
Oh.
super interesting opportunities. Like I saw like cookies just open there.
Dope. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what was going on over there. Was looking at Burner's account, and I did see them doing a whole thing, but I wasn't. I just skimmed through it really quick, So
That's why I do that so much. My main source of like cannabis content that I consume is through LinkedIn probably these days.
I'm trying to make a LinkedIn
You
account.
should. It's great.
I actually did make it. It's just not done. I haven't really figured out like I haven't put all the right things down. I think
And that's a
I just threw some things out there just to get the account started, but I think like it's just I need to spend some time on it because I don't really know what I'm like putting out there.
It's worth it. And for me,
Mm.
I've only done one post and it was recently, but like I want to start putting out more and more on there because there's so much business going on.
Yeah,
But it's really just a nice glimpse into the industry business side for me is why I like it.
yeah,
And then they're like kind of back to what, you were saying kind of I think with like the legacy operators and what people like to call like the Chads or whatever.
yeah,
Like it's so funny how there's like a consistent fight with that. It's like I'm a big fan of like why can't we all just get along and
right,
and look at the positives from both.
yeah,
There's a lot to be learned from each side, but when people in general apart from weed when people get so stuck in a way
yeah,
and aren't open to hearing another perspective,
yeah,
at least hear it out. You
yeah.
don't have to live by it. I'm just a big fan of just being open and hearing shit out.
Same.
It's like
Me too. That's how you learn. You can have your opinions, but like being open to listening to what other people have to say and get a different perspective and a view, even if you don't agree, it's just like listening and knowing that someone else thinks that this kind of way or blah, blah, blah. And I'm always like, try to be open and free, because you never know what other people are going through in life. You never know what situations people are in, even though the situations aren't like yours or might be as big as yours or anybody else's. Like people handle things differently, and it's no reason to just like disregard what makes them feel how they feel. So I'm always open to like accepting like people's inputs and opinions on things, even if I might not agree, but it's just like, okay, like I got it. But there are people who are just gonna keep arguing and all this stuff. I'm not a person who's gonna go back and forth with somebody just to get a point across. Like, I see what they say and that's it. Like
and
what
there
do
is a
you?
lot of that on LinkedIn, like a lot of bickering and fighting. Like I'll click on comments sometimes like, dang, you guys have time to write 10
Yes,
comments? Like that takes
time.
time. Like for
Yeah,
real. Like I'm trying to get better at responding to my YouTube comments and stuff because I haven't
yeah.
been good lately at that. But I just need to do it right when they come in. But it's like I just don't. It's just funny to me. I don't know.
No, I feel it definitely. Like I said, that's like the industry is the communication problem. That's why we can't communicate with anybody because, like I said, there's people who's been in it for a minute who's like, you can't tell me that anything. This is what we, what it is, blah blah blah. And then you have people who are like in that business mindset, like this is how things are supposed to be. This is it. So everybody has their mindset that they're stuck with, and no one's really has that open like mindset to like be able to like hear people out, hear what's going on, and like we could be helping each other out, but if as long as everybody's being stubborn, then I guess it's just going to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. I think this will be a
Can
very
you smoke
telling year.
something?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, I should have offered earlier.
No.
Yeah. Feel
Can I
free to have
smoke
that.
that?
Yeah. Yeah. That should be cleared out for you. I got some.
I
Yeah.
have like
Some.
hundreds of these.
I got. Yeah. The homie hooked me up on the reps, and I've just think solid.
So what is this? This
I'm
GMO
not sure what that
garlic
one is. That's Itty
cookies.
Bitties is the brand.
Is this what's in here?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Whatever that strain is what's that. So that was one of the first like NFT project cannabis things I'd seen. So they're pretty cool. Yeah, feel free to
Has
load that
a
on up.
nice light scent. It's
Well,
very
do you
light.
do you lean towards certain strains in general?
No, I just lean toward like there's certain things I like. I definitely like, I'm an indica girl, I'm a hybrid girl. I'm a sativa girl too, but there's certain sativas I don't like, and it's not so much for the high, it's more so I don't like the taste, you know? I don't like that extra like citrusy, diesel-y kind of
I
taste.
love that. That's
I
a.
know some people do, but I
It's so.
sometimes it's just too annoying. Like it's like almost having like real garlic, you know, and that taste hanging on to you. To me, that's what it feels like.
That's a good comparison because I do love garlic.
I'm not a big garlic
I'll,
fan
I'll,
either.
I'll eat
Like I
like.
like garlic for flavor. I don't like overpowering things in garlic. I don't want to leave a place and feel like, unless it's like crab, you know, crab boil or something like that. And it's
Do you
like
like
heavy.
garlic knots or are those too intense?
I like the garlic knots, but sometimes they can be too
Sometimes they're
intense.
intense. I got some really intense ones. There's proper pizza and pasta. It's called.
Okay.
I just ordered it randomly a couple weeks back, and they were the most garlicky garlic knots I've ever had, but they were good.
But I love onions.
I'm an onion fan too.
I love onions. It's funny because not a
Mushrooms.
lot of
Oh,
guys like onions.
I love them all. I used to eat like several onion. I just saute onions and garlic in so many dishes I make. It just adds flavor.
It is flavor. It just hits that like kick to it. Like it can make that thing kind of sweet. It can make that thing kind of like have that little spice or something. I don't know. I
Yeah,
love
because you
onions.
can play with them like you're saying. You can saute
Yeah.
them low and slow for a little more
Yeah.
caramelization.
Yeah.
And then or even like some finely shredded raw ones I like to do on top is like a little garnish. Or even these green onions I've just been throwing out on top shit just because they keep growing so fast. I'm like,
Oh, and then back to okay, if you ever do go to Rockin' Sushi, there was these garlic beans that were like garlic beans. There was these green beans that had like a honey garlic drizzle thing on it. Fire. And
okay.
I'm not a big garlic fan, but they were amazing. And it was covered in garlic. And I like loved it. This shit was good. Rockin' Sushi,
Hey,
everybody.
you like
Rockin'.
sold me, bro. I'm about to like get sushi today. I'm like, shit.
It's just it is good, and it's good quality, and it's just not pricey. You know what I'm saying? And it's not bad food. It's just like it's good. It's just good all around. I need to start like maybe I should like do like food reviews. I should do all the reviews.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I want to. I did like 2 episodes of it, but I want to start my series back. Did it called Cali Munchies, and I just want to like just basically blaze up and go to dope spots. I went to like Pink's Hot Dogs, but I want to go to like the most classic bomb ass food places around and just smoke up and just eat food and
I'm gonna
kick
go
it.
to all the food places, like even the holes in the walls. Like I go to spots like on the heads and all these spots. And we find like these family owned spots, like just gold. Like, and all the people in like the neighborhood knows about the spots or something like that. Because sometimes that's like there's places that's like nice and fancy and all that stuff. But I've been to fancy restaurants and I've had expectations of my food tasting some kind of way and not getting that.
Especially when
you
you're
know?
paying like a premium price point. It's like
Yes.
if I'm paying $40 for this dish, it better be fire.
Okay, and then on top of that, like I'm playing this, and then you're gonna give me a small ass portion of it too. Like this shit better be amazing. But I want to go to like all those spots. I like you know I do like the fancy spots, but I like finds the like I like those little gems. You know.
Those are the best. My buddy showed me one a little while back, like a taco stand. Vijas
Where's-
tacos.
do
It's
you
kind
know
of in like Pasadena area.
Okay, I haven't been there.
But this guy's all about the tacos. I got the Leo taco truck down the street's pretty good. But this place was super bomb.
Mhm.
But I like finding those like Langers. I almost went to yesterday. I love that sandwich spot. I don't know if you've been there.
Langers?
Yeah.
No, where's that?
It's kind of what's that park? MacArthur Park. It's right next to there.
Okay.
But the sandwich is $20.
Okay, but is it like
It's
filling?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
if you eat that whole thing, you're full for sure. Sometimes I'll just eat half and save the other half. But like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. If you like
Okay.
pastrami style shit.
Okay, I'm not a big
corned beef.
pastrami person,
Okay.
and I wish I was. I don't know what it's about it. I just like it's a taste.
Yeah, it has like a cured taste maybe.
Is that what it is?
They
I
have
don't
other
know.
sandwiches there too. That's like their
I'm a big
classic.
sandwich person.
Yeah, you should definitely check it. If you like sandwiches, check it out.
I'm definitely a sandwich person. I'm gonna have to check it out before I do keto.
Yeah, I already do a little fun cheat on it. It's like
Maybe, yeah. And if you like sandwiches, I got another spot, really cute. It's called New York Deli. New York Deli. And it's right next to Boudico, downtown LA. Right
I've
next
been-
door.
I've been there.
You
Yeah,
haven't?
I got a sandwich. It was like pretty. It was like $11, and it was like fat.
Yes,
I'm like, this
it's
thing's
fat,
good.
it's good. They use the boar's head. If you get that,
Yeah, they
like,
got a little New
that
York style going.
baguette,
Yeah.
that's fired. The tuna's fired. The tuna's amazing. It has like all this flavor, and it's not just some mayonnaise and tuna together. He put like some love in it, and
Okay.
you can tell it's like a little family spot in the lobby. There's the
Yeah, it's a
girl who
cool little
works in the
spot.
lobby. I'm always saying hi to them, even when I don't work. Like, and I just like am in the area. I drive by. I have little spots, you know. I like respect the people. I come by, say hi. I bring people to them. I make sure I like get the business. I like little family-owned spots, and I like to see them thrive. You know,
Yeah, that's what it's all
'cause
about.
exactly.
I
It's
need to
just
get
like
better at, I do that at restaurants, but I need to get better at doing that at like other stores.
do
I don't really
what?
know what, like some of these I have like a bunch of little markets around me, like little
Oh
grocery
yeah,
store things. Like I just go to Grocery Outlet,
yeah.
but I'm thinking like maybe I should support some of these little local spots a little more. Like shit.
Yeah, it's nice to. I mean, I'm here for everything, you know. I'm here for the big business, but then I'm here to see the small guys win, you know. Because at the end of the day, we're all just like that small guy, you know. We're all just trying to make it, and
Yeah.
like it's just nice to like fuck it. Someone might walk into my thing, whatever it is, one day, and they'd be like, "Dang, I just want to see this girl. Like, she's over here, she's doing her thing. She's actually like in the building. She's got her sign up on the wall. You know what I mean? Like I wanna just show my support. Like she's gotten this far, I wanna see her make it, you know? So that's how I feel when I go into places and I see like, you know, two people kind of coming from nothing and it's just like making their own brand. They're making their own way, whether you have a truck or you have a little shop, you know, or whether it's as small as a closet, you got there, you got on the street, you did something, you know? So it's like I want to see it happen. I want to see the small guys win, you know?
Hey, respect, respect. Same here. And it's like you're inspiring me for something I want to do this summer is just like some old school street hustle shit. Like I'm gonna
Hmm.
make I've been working on a recipe for like this like couple different waters, like a chlorophyll healthy water,
Hmm. Okay.
and then like another blue spinnerella water I
Okay.
got from Salty makes these drinks. I'm basically kind of copying it a little bit,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna make a shit ton of them, and I'm gonna just go try to hustle them on Santa Monica Beach in the summertime.
Do it.
And
Fuck
just and then also
it.
maybe have like a little upsell, like you want some weed in there?
Yeah.
But
And like
like,
even like set the vibe, like bring your friends, you know, make
yeah,
it a thing. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're just over here working. Like we're over here celebrating. Like
yeah.
we fucking
Have
got
fun
a
with it, yeah.
table. Yeah.
I'm
Like
like,
play
cause
a
I'm like,
little
I see
music.
people hustling. I'm like, I kind of want to
Yeah.
get back to the little different old school, just hustle
Yeah.
like that. Like,
And like energy is everything. And if you're throwing the energy out there, shit, you're gonna catch something back. You're gonna bring energy back and then shit is just gonna go around. So you just gotta like throw it in the air, manifest it.
it
Yeah.
was cool or a piece of
Yeah.
content. This is kind of weird video I'm doing, but it came out well or some
Yeah.
shit.
I never did a podcast before, but like I was like down to do it. Like fuck it, why not? Especially if I want to start like getting into voiceovers or like doing any of that, I have to learn by being comfortable in front of a microphone. Like what I'm even doing, you know? Like so I'm just like just trying not to be so scared anymore. And I'm just trying to be like more if I'm saying I'm an open and free person, then let me be open and be free and like let my mind explore because there could be something great out there. You know, I feel like school just teaches you to like obey and like have like this mindset that you're supposed to do this and this and this and this. And then it's scary when things don't go that way, you know? But then it's just like no one really teaches you to just like be free and it's okay to think like it's okay for things to go wrong. It's like this is all part of the growing process and like what you need to like be able to find yourself and find out like the person that you are. So I'm definitely, it's crazy because it's like, you know, I'm older now and you would think you learn, but I'm learning every day. So it's just like,
That's the best perspective to have, I think. Anybody who says they're not learning, I don't even want to like talk to,
right?
right? For real though, it's like,
Exactly.
and there's always so much to learn, cannabis industry apart. Like, and that's where I've had like people say like, oh, you're like always like looking, trying to find yourself. As somebody told me that is like a bad thing. I'm like, isn't that like, I think that's good personally. Like, yeah, I'm always working on myself, always trying to, get
Yeah.
better, figure out myself a little more. Maybe there's something else I like to do, It's like, I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of that. And when you were saying earlier, like going out and I think you said laser tag, what popped in my head and just came back was virtual reality. Have you
Yeah.
done that?
No, but okay. Have you seen the sandbox?
No, is that a movie?
No, it's a place.
Where is that one?
Sandbox VR. Oh my God.
Because
And
I
I
went to
tell
one.
my friends, and I'm like, we should do this. It looks
Do
like
it.
so much fun. And they like low key videotape you on the
It's
other
sick. I've
end.
done
You
it
know?
one time and it was
I'm like,
amazing.
it's hilarious. I'm like laughing because I'm watching the people freak out, like, because not everybody's a professional. Not everybody plays video games every day shooting motherfucking zombies or whatever. So I'm just like dead. I was like, I'm down to do it. I'm scared, but I'm down to do it. Everything's scary, But
Yeah.
shit, are we gonna be scared all our lives? Gosh, I want to like go to the shooting range, Like I want to do something like that too. I'm
Have
a
you shot
little.
guns before?
No, I've never shot a gun. I've been around a lot of guns. I've never shot a gun, but like, fuck it, why not? Like, and I heard it's
I
like
enjoy
a
it. It's
nice
fun.
release.
It's
Like,
fun,
of
honestly.
energy. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like one of those adrenaline things, I guess. In
Yeah.
a way. Do you
Yeah, it's
think?
fun. Yeah.
Like
From
adrenaline.
yeah, it's a little it's kind of a little rush, and it's also like challenging. Like I have a bunch of uncles and my brothers who go shooting. Like they live in Kansas.
Mm.
So they'll do some hunting. Like my little brother just sent a picture. He went he was deer hunting at like 6 a.m. this morning by himself, like with his bow. Like
Yeah,
and
that's
and my
crazy.
little brother's like such a hard ass. Like he made his own bow, his like own arrows. Like he'll like skin
Okay.
it, like do everything with it. I'm like, dude, you crazy.
Yeah, I'm
But
here
it
for
do-
it,
it
but
does feel good. I went out. We do a brothers weekend as a new thing. The older brothers, actually, my little brother was there too. We go on my brother's land and just hang out,
Mhm.
cook up, shoot guns. But it's just fun, like
Yeah.
shooting targets and shit. But I know some people get rubbed the
Yeah.
wrong way about just even the word gun.
I know, but
It's
that's
like,
that's what I'm saying. Because my thing is like, what if some like apocalypse? I always think about this. But what if some like apocalypse shit type of thing happens? I think I'm definitely down to be like fucking fight for that shit. You know what I mean? You're not gonna take me down so easily, But like, I need to know how to use a gun.
yeah.
I think that's like first thing. One of the things I think when apocalypse things happen and like I don't know zombies and shit because we're not too far from it. I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys looked downtown? We're not too far from the zombie shit. But like I already know how to drive a car. I could whip a motherfucker, I know these freeways ins and out. If you fucking get stuck with somebody, you want to be with me.
The
Maybe
transporter.
not. Maybe not because I could get a little indecisive. I think I need someone with me. But definitely like I think you need to shoot a gun. Like I just think for emergency situations and I gotta whip that bitch out and kill a zombie. Like
Yeah, I mean, I think like you're saying, I think it's a skill that it definitely can't hurt to know.
yeah.
Like what
I'm
could
not
it
out here
possibly?
just trying
Yeah,
to kill people. But
yeah.
I'm
Like
just
what could
saying,
it possibly
like,
hurt?
what if I'm ready. I always
Well,
think
that
about that when I leave the house. I'm like, can I run in these shoes? If something happens, am I okay with the outfit that I'm in? That's why there's always clothes in my car.
It's funny. I carry like a big like knife in my car just in case. And I was like loading. I was like a bud
Like a
tender. A bud
machete?
tender was yeah. Well, it's like one of the littler ones.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, and I had it in there, and like I was pulled my front seat back, and because this bud tender was helping me load some stuff in, and he's like, dude, is that like a machete under your seat? I'm like, yeah, man, you never know out here, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's cool, right? It's like not illegal to have a machete, is it?
Yeah, I thought it can't be like bigger than your hand.
Oh, really?
Oh no, that's like a knife.
Because I
knife.
honestly initially bought it for like camping.
I
That's
think
why I
you
had it in
can
my.
have
That's
a
why I had it in my
machete.
car. I went camping, and I'm like,
Mhm.
fuck it, I'm just gonna leave it in my car. Like,
I'm done.
but yeah, I'm yeah, head on a swivel,
Yeah, that's what but I don't think about like, just like having a gun. I mean, for safety reasons, yeah. But I think I'm a pretty tough girl and I can like really handle myself. Like, I think a taser or some spray or whatever is cool, but I think people will look at me a couple of times before they decide they want to run up on me. But I think I always just think like I want to learn to shoot a gun because I'm always thinking like, what if there's a zombie apocalypse? Because like that can happen. Anything's possible. What could
Yeah, I
you
mean,
run in the outfit that you're in if we had to go right now?
yeah, I'd be good. I could go.
Yeah.
I don't have my
Put on
shoes
those
on. Yeah,
heels.
but you like to your point of the shoes though is some real shit. Like,
Right?
'cause, yeah, like
Right? I always think about that.
yeah, because it's like for real, like real shit. Why
Like,
not?
if I had to get away from some shit right now, could I get away in these shoes? And then I always think to myself how I would do it. And I'm like, oh, I'd throw them off if it's one
Yeah, I
of
was
those
about to say
kind of shoes.
barefoot. Worst case
Yeah.
is always an
Yeah,
option.
if I could just go, you know? Because I'll run fast,
The
but
f-
I'm not going to listen to shoes hold me back.
The funny story is like the only time I've ever sprinted really barefoot was actually for my weed grow I was doing in high school. I was checking the plants. I think I've told this story before on here, but like I'm watering the plants on my motorized bicycle we used to build, my brother and I. So I have it parked down in this waterway. So he can't see me. He sees the bike. He steals my bike and starts driving away, pedaling it.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to start it. So I start sprinting. My sandals come off. I'm sprinting barefoot. He's on the street. I stop the first car I see. Like I go in the middle of the road. I'm like, stop. Because this guy, I'm gonna have him chased. And it happened to be my best friend's mom. Randomly. She's like, hop in the fucking car. And she's like, we're gonna get this motherfucker. And she like chased him down, yelled at him, like, get off the fucking bike. But my like heels got fucked up because I was running barefoot for so
Yeah.
long. But it's a funny story to me because I'm like, what are the chances the first car I stop was my homie's
Because
mom?
it was meant to be. And
For
that's how
real.
the universe works, you know? It looks out for you. You keep fucking up, though. And the universe will come get your ass beat.
For real.
For real. It'll come through when it needs to. Sometimes you be thinking like, damn, life is just beating you up. It's coming down. Then universe come through and you're like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
You know? You're like, thanks, universe.
Yeah, I'm a huge believer, just like you, in energy and like the whole karma and everything. Like, that's always what bartending too. I do it a lot. Like you said, when you go into a store and like you're the sunshine or you make people's day, like that's always the vibe I try to have too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we actually like, oh, we're happy to have you here. It's like you bringing that good vibe in. Like we know when Sydney's here or Jack's here, it's gonna be a dope couple hours. We're gonna
Yeah.
laugh. We're gonna fucking
Yeah.
Jack will probably say some stupid shit. Like
I love it when I see some of the vendors that I love, and I see them at another shop. Or like, we run into each other again. We had a good time the first time. It's cool because I clip with like a lot of people, but like with vendors, I feel like you get that little extra inch of love from me, because we're vendors. We're all in the
Yeah.
same situation. We're driving, you're driving. You just probably came from another shop or you got another shop, like we're in the same situation, so we know each other, like we're all cool because we're in the industry all together. But once you're like in the same little category you have like a better understanding, or it's just like, and then it's just like, dang, my day is gonna go by a little faster, even though we have like the shortest day, like we're only there for like 3 hours.
what's the longest you've ever done for one?
Ugh,
Have you
I
done
don't
like a whole
know.
takeover day?
Yeah, I
Like
think I've done like a day. Those days.
I've done that once and it was long, but
Wait,
I think it might have been worth it. Like I don't know.
I
Like
think I did like an event or something. I feel like maybe those are the longest, and it was like a day, like maybe, but it was fun. It wasn't like, I don't think those ones were really bad. But if I had to like take over like Stizzy, they have their BAs for like 4 hours at a shop.
you know who's doing some cool shit? Little side note,
Tell
for
me.
an event coming up, Atrium in Woodland Hills does their Atrium Says Thanks events every month.
Mhm.
But for this one, it's something I'd never seen Eddie Shop do. They're actually giving out tattoos. I think it's Josh. I think it might be
Oh.
Josh Wax sponsoring it. But they posted on Instagram and they showed like
Josh Wax is good wax.
that I hear it's good shit and the way their soil methods and whatnot. But they had like a little picture on Instagram of like 30 little tattoos you can get. Like I don't.
What?
So I was like, that's a pretty dope
That's a
idea.
good little, I love it when they come up with little ideas like that.
Yeah,
That's
it looked
cute.
pretty cool. Let me actually see if I can pull these up because I'm like, I'm not gonna get one of these. I have been thinking about getting a tat way more lately. But
I want a tattoo too. I want like a little tattoo.
yeah, I've been thinking for a while. I was always gonna get one as like a memory or like a commemoration.
Okay.
So I'm thinking kind of doing like roots coming up the hand
Okay.
and like kind of like almost like tribal looking tree into like a
Okay.
base,
Uh-huh.
and then it turns into like branches up here,
Whoa.
and then I have like maybe like family initials on each branch or something, so it's like a family tree type deal.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm thinking that lately.
Oh, I just had a cool idea.
That's like what some of your options you can get.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I thought the paper plane one was pretty dope. I've seen some people with those like on their necks and shit.
I would do a paper plane.
But I'm sorry, what were you saying though before I?
No, I just thought that tree thing was a good idea. I have an idea for your cheat thing, but I can't explain it. It's all up here, so it's no point in saying it. I can't.
You're chilling. You're chilling.
It would be like I was trying to say, like when it came up here, it would be like the branches, but like look more like I don't know, like how they would like black out the bag, so then it looks like your arm is really the branches. Does that make sense?
So it's like a reverse ink almost. You're saying like the.
I can see it in my head, but I can't. Let me see.
Well, like, and the thing is, like I say, like that's kind of what I'm thinking. But like, even if I like, I don't know, it'll be a while if I pull the trigger. Do you have any tattoos right now?
Yeah, I have a few. They're all in between my toes.
Oh yeah.
No, they're not. I just wanted to see what you were.
I was just like, oh, might hurt. Does that? Or it would either hurt or not hurt.
I wanted it to sound interesting, but no. I have one on my ribs. I have one on my. Was this my collarbone kind of thing?
Yeah,
or
like,
yeah. My left. What is that?
Pec or like trap? Deltoid. I don't know. collarbone.
Like
yeah.
Like here.
Yeah. Little. I think that's on your trap.
Traps.
Collarbone trap.
It's in that area. So we got one right there, and then I have one on my
You know why the foot's funny that you say that? Is there was this dude in high school who, no joke, got a tattoo of a squish bug on the bottom of his foot.
I want something stupid.
I'm like, that's so funny. I'm like, dude, he's like, oh, it's gonna wear off in a couple of years anyway. I'm like, oh, okay.
I would. Well, at least he knows that.
Yeah, it's funny.
I wanted a finger tattoo, but all my friends say your finger tattoos are like it wears off. But that's if you get it inside the finger.
That was like the roughest part about low key about bartending for so long was like the different sinks. There's like 3 different sinks. I don't know if you've ever seen bartenders cleaning dishes or you've done it. But that after years and years, like fuck, like I used to have like fucking shit. Like my hands are so fucked up, and I'm like,
I know. What you're
and my shoulder too has gotten way better because I was shaking so many cocktails every night. I would get home from work and be like, fuck, like I would be trying to go to bed and just have like a pulsating like. Yeah, so I'm like happy. Yeah. Okay. So you know how it is.
Yeah, you know.
You make good money though.
I went to bartending school.
Have you ever thought about getting back in it? Maybe with like a cannabis bartending?
I don't know. I haven't made a drink in a long time. I don't even know if I really just take shots now. But I don't know. Maybe I should probably. But it's just a lot. I mean, the only bartending that I did, I worked for this staffing company, fine dining staffing, or something like that. I don't know what the hell. But it was cool because it was a flexible job. You kind of like pick the hours you want to work, whatever. Because they only did you pick the job you want to do. And they have like events. So I only did the cool events. I wanted to do I did the Golden Globes or the Emmys or something like that. I did the Star Wars what's it? Premiere, the Star Wars premiere or something. I did, but I'm the
I know what you're talking. A lot of actors do those gigs.
Yeah, I'm like the person being the server,
like the cocktail waitress.
You're like serving to celebrities and shit. I did like the Taylor Swift concert. Oh, actually, no, I canceled last minute. I did the Kendrick Lamar concert, and that's when I was bartending.
How was that?
I made so much money so fast. It was and it was over all the way in at the Forum, and I was like, damn. I was like low key thinking, I was like, I should just quit doing this shit and just do this at the Forum. Because the Forum, when there's concerts, those bartenders make so much money. Because people are drunk. People are just coming.
You can make.
They're and then all you're doing is doing beer and wine. You're not even doing anything
money,
or like a rum and coke. You're doing
Isn't it kind of? It's kind of good to know too, that you have done that though, knowing that what I think about sometimes, I'm like, if ever I get into a real situation where I need oh fuck, I got to get some money real quick. I'm like, all right, I'll just pick up 4 night shifts for a month or 2, fucking do what I got to do. If any emergency, it's just nice you can fall back on that type shit.
I like the way you think because I think the same way. I'm like that person, and I'll do 4 of those kind of jobs, at the same time. Like I'll like do like one thing for like so many days and then do something else that's a little more consistent. I don't know. But I've bounced around a couple jobs, but those ones is like definitely flexible. And every time I find like a job that I like, end up sticking with, I like leave that place. But it's cool because then I come back to it when rough times occur, or you just need a little extra cash.
Have you ever thought about doing like any of these like gig type jobs on like as a side hustle, like Uber or Dash or anything
I
like
have
that?
done it. I have done it. Done the Postmates. Never done the Uber because I do not like people that much. I do not want people in my car. No,
How was
no.
Postmates for you?
I've had too many weird shit, but Postmates was,
It looks like because when I was bartending, I would see the Postmates, DoorDash people,
yeah,
Grubhub come in, and kind of I would feel bad for them sometimes because there's so much that goes on. That sometimes they're waiting forever, and then like I'm like, dude, this
yeah.
person, I feel bad. I'm like, this person's
No,
waiting
I
forever.
always
Like,
I tried to MacGyver the system. I try to make things a little bit easier on myself, but basically with Postmates, so like I made sure I took like a really cute picture. That's first. Because I'm not gonna come find your apartment on shit. You kidding me? No, you're gonna come to the car. And then I like pretend I call him. I'm like, I can't find the place. And then they were like, oh, it's okay, hold on, I'll come down. But then you get some people are like, this one chick was like, I'm naked and I'm upstairs. I can't come down. I'm like, fine.
yeah, like getting in some of these buildings around here,
Yeah.
like it's like,
Who do you think I am? And then some people like, what the
how do
no
people
tip?
tip? Oh, I was just about to ask. People do no tip.
People tip. No, I think people do tip, but
I
I
mean,
think they have to tip,
no,
right?
you don't have to.
Fuck that.
What do you? This is a good question. What do you think is a fair tip? Because I don't. I
It
always.
depends.
I always tip at least 20% when I go into restaurants. But on DoorDash, let's say
Mm-mm.
if I have like a $50 order on DoorDash, I'll usually tip like I don't know, $7, like 15%
Mm.
maybe. I'd never usually go less than 10%,
I
but I
don't
usually don't do 20% for
I don't know
DoorDash.
math too well. But what I do know is that at a restaurant, I'm big on like food. I am big on food. I am big on the aesthetic. I am big on like why I'm here. So like I need that energy, and then it doesn't have to be energy. Just like you can tell, like I get along with pretty much anybody. I'm pretty cool, but it's just like I start at a certain point in my mind, and as the night goes on, if it's just getting worse, I'm just deducting from your pay.
Yeah.
I'm a critic. Like my friends know me. I do not play around. Like shit is real
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
I'm cool. I'm a cool person. We could be best friends. We could laugh. We could giggle. We could have a good time. You could get a good tip. But if you're over here, you over here lacking, I'm over here waiting, and I'm being cool with you, and you're fucking on my order, you don't know how to take simple directions, then it's over. Like I can't. Like I even tip the little guys. Like I always tip the little guys for some reason. And like if like I'll go to Jersey Mike's and I like my sandwich made a certain kind of way. I love
I love Jersey
sandwiches.
Mike's.
Yeah, so and then it's just like if you give me my sandwich a certain kind of way and it's fucked up, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you gonna eat that shit? I went to this one spot, this breakfast. I went to go get a big old breakfast sandwich. And like I had my heart set and I had my mind set on it. And then after that, like I told him, I was like, hey, just like easy on the mayo. Like I really don't even like mayonnaise like that, but I just like want like a little bit. And then I was like a little bit of mustard, this, that, bow, bow. And then like I went and picked up my stuff, and then like I was like, the girl didn't even give me a pickle, with usually comes with the sandwich. Like I need the pickle, like so that's the first fuck up. You didn't give me a pickle, so you're already out. And then after that, and then sometimes they fuck up because I have a cheese allergy as well. So it's like I'll specifically say like no cheese, and then people still put cheese on the shit. It's like, okay, so now it's like attempted murder. Like now you're trying to kill me. Now it's like we're taking things into a serious situation. I say things, I say it clear, I say it cool. Everything's good. If you can't take simple direction, then what are we doing here? Like, you're over here a disgrace to the sandwich business. This girl gave me my sandwich. It was covered in mayonnaise from top to bottom. Who eats that much mayonnaise? It was like almost as if she was putting like cream cheese on that bagel.
You think she was doing it to like flex, or
No,
she
I
was
just think she's stupid. It just doesn't, she's young and this is like her first job. And it's just like, come on, girl, think. Like, would you eat this fucking sandwich? I wanted to smack that shit in her face because I was already running a little late to work and I had to go pick up this breakfast sandwich because I had to eat. And then I was like gonna eat it on the way and then it was ruined. And then I was so mad. Like, I tried to not get mad.
Did you end up? So you didn't? Did you?
No, I threw it in the street. I'm sorry. I'm not a polluter. Some animal will eat that. But maybe the animal won't eat that because it was covered in mayonnaise. Who, you know what? I'm not even going to get into it, but I take my food.
I will say I do like
seriously.
mayo personally.
I bet some people do like mayo. And I don't doubt that, but I don't like
You know what
it
happened
like
to me
that.
the other day?
I don't like
I
it.
forget where it was from. I ordered a burger from DoorDash.
That's your first problem. Go ahead next.
Well, guess what happened? I got the burger. There was no. It was just a bun with cheese or in like a fucking pickle. There was no meat inside of it.
So you got a grilled cheese.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? DoorDash gave my money back. But like, if you're hungry, you know, you're waiting an hour for a like burger. I'm like, all right, let's get this. Yeah.
That's the other thing too. It's really hard to find a really good burger nowadays. Even from a good burger spot, it's not a good burger. Like, there's just like,
They're always so expensive too, and it's like
it's not even that great. Like, and then anybody who did once have a good burger once upon a time ago, they don't now. Like, you could tell they went to cheaper meat. Shit
I was
is
about to say,
not
it's all
like-
about it's if you have like quality meat and good bread, that's all you really need.
Yeah.
It's like, is it that hard?
Yeah, it's shit. Out of the salt and
Geeking out
pepper,
of-
and it's over. You know, like
You know, one of the best burgers, this place I used to work in Kansas City, they would do like quality beef, like a brioche bun, but they would do bacon marmalade. Have you ever had it? It's like a bacon jam.
Yes, I have.
And that inspired me. I'll make it sometimes too and put it on like
I'm
toast points and
coming
stuff.
over.
Yeah. Throw it on top of burger
Let
and then
me
a little
know.
jalapenos. And then
Okay.
at the other spot I work, actually, I started doing pickled serranos at where a place I used to work called Little Sister in Redondo Beach. They have one downtown. If you like Vietnamese food, fire.
I think I've had some Vietnamese food one time. I can't remember.
It's good.
What
It's,
I ate. I think I ate like chicken on the steak.
yeah, a little chicken satay.
What it was. And then
Might
I
be
drank
Thai.
a lot. Because Vietnamese people drink a lot.
See,
At
I
least the
can't.
ones I was
I
with,
can't
they
do,
were
like,
drinking a lot.
What's that fucking soju at all these
Yeah,
at these Korean
soju.
barbecues? I'm not a soju fan.
I'm not a
It's too
soju
intense
fan,
for me. Sugary,
but
and
it gets you fucked up. I got really.
I guess I
fucked
need
up
to get
that
fucked up
time.
on it. I've never gotten like, I've like gone like kind of pre-gamed and been a little lit, and then drank some soju, and I'm like, this is not my cup of fucking tea here. But
Sorry, is there like I'm a like stretch all the way?
you're chilling, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever's
I know
comfy.
there's this
Whatever.
one, but there's
No, I'm kind of like I'm still trying to figure out how to set this up a little better. I'm kind of like got this like little switcher on my chair and stuff, but it's coming
I
together.
like how the mics are right here. This is a nice spot. You have a nice opening and everything. Like, you got a good window for the view for the guests. I like outlooking. As you see, I keep gazing
Thanks,
out there
yeah.
because I just like I'm always out the window. That's why I can never have a job where I'm like staying inside because you can always catch me gazing out the window because I'm just like, man, I want to be.
You know what's funny? I was doing that. I had my desk when I'm working from home. I had my desk right here, but I found myself, which is good. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning just to look out, you know, but like I would find myself like
Distracted.
shooting an email out and then I'd be like kind of staring at the window for a couple of minutes. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to move my desk away into this corner. And
So you can be more focused.
Yeah.
No, I feel that, but yeah, no. Every job I had, I was just like, I don't want to be this person. Like, I used to work at the mall. I used to work at Zales, the diamond store. And I would always be there. And then on the mall on the weekdays, it's just dead. It's horrible, you know? And it's just like same mall
That'd be
music.
interesting to see, be in the mall, like working in a mall.
Yeah, I had fun though, because all my homies, like, I had worked like around me and stuff, you know. So we were all like, I had another homegirl, she worked at like the jewelry store across the way, and another homegirl, she worked at the Flatiron spot. And so we would like all be like in communications with each other, but like in our little spaces, like in our stores, because it's opened, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just like, and then the people who came to the mall on the weekdays, I was just like, and they were shopping and they had like no care in the world. And I would look at them and I just be like, dang, like, I wonder what they do that they get to be here on the weekday. Like, I would go on my lunch and walk to my car and get high, you know? But then, but then I'd walk by the restaurants and people were like out during the day when no one else was out, enjoying their brunch, getting drunk. And I would always be like, damn, I want to be that person. I want to be that person who's like hanging out in the daytime on a weekday. Like, no fucks given. You know, I understand like some people have days off, but you can tell the people who have days off between like the people who have days off, they're trying to get shit done, you know? They're still
Yeah.
working, you know, like but on their own shit. They're running around, they're running errands, like they're still trying to do shit. But people like who really like they're not doing shit. They're
That's what I like honestly
laughing.
wonder too in general. I'm on the road, like, or, you know, going to dispensaries and shit. I'm like, sitting in traffic sometimes, I just pops in my head often. I'm like, what are all these people doing? Like,
I
it's like 1
know.
p.m. on like a Wednesday. I'm like, do all these people work mobily? Like, are the like what?
Yeah. I can like figure it out. I feel like I drive so much. I got my little DMV thing and it's like I've been driving for like 16 years and I'm like, damn, that sounds like a long time. But I'm like, damn, it means I'm really experienced on the road. But I was just like, I go places and I just like know I can tell like by everybody like what they're doing, where they're going. Like you could tell the people who are going to work, you know, they have a certain energy about them. They carry that certain energy on the road, you know. And then you could tell the people who like don't really have nothing to do or whatever because they're strolling along, you know. Or like you
Or
could
like
tell
the
the nervous
or
driver.
like like yesterday I saw this crazy fucking driver in like a convertible Beetle. They were like rocking out on the freeway with at points they were putting both their hands in the air and their car was like swerving a little bit and they're like head banging and shit. I'm like, dang, you fucking almost getting in a wreck. I'm like, dang, this is some crazy shit out here.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I'm honestly a pretty safe driver for the most part in terms of like I don't really speed too much on purpose.
What's speeding?
Like 10 more than 10 over. Yeah,
10
usually
over what?
the speed limit.
Oh, I don't want to talk about the speed limit.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of like I'm just like it's not. But the reason that is too is I still want to fuck with getting pulled over and shit. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
but if I had, you know, if my car was as fast as yours, it might be a different story. I just got a Honda Civic.
It's okay. It's okay. Even if I had a Honda Civic and I drive it like a Maserati.
I
Just
see.
kidding. And then it'd be like pop, pop, pop. Just kidding.
Oh my
Nah.
god, that happened to me. I was doing this TV pilot back in Kansas City, and they had the guy from Seinfeld, Heitner. I don't know if you ever watched Seinfeld.
Yeah, I have.
Kenny Banana or whatever that guy.
Which one? Who's that?
He's like the kind of like skinny guy. He's like
What's his name on the show?
Kenny, I think Kenny Banana or something. But I have a scene with him.
Costanza?
Let me see. Kenny,
What?
let me see. This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was doing a show there. He was part of this pilot, and they're like, I'm driving him in the scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've never driven stick before.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, we're gonna have you drive this car. I'm like, but it's like stick. I was like, I think I can do it. Long story short, they had me drive stick for the first time with Steve Heitner there. And so I'm like fucking bouncing the car back and forth and shit. And he's like it worked for the scene because it was funny. I was supposed to be like a stupid stoner. And it was just kind of funny though. He was like, dude, what the fuck did I get into? I got this dude like.
So do you know how to drive stick?
That's I haven't done it since I actually was able to get around. I drove like 2 miles, but it was pressure too. I was like a trial by fire. I was like, fuck, I got to drive this
Me
shit.
too.
Is your stick that you have out there?
No. My
Driving stick in LA is nuts.
My grandpa, he's like every girl should know how to drive a stick shift. And so then like he had these old school cars, like old like,
Badass.
it was like this old like I don't know. It had this little I don't know, it was like a convertible. It was very old school. It was very low to the ground. Like it was small. I felt like it was small, but it was just like very low and like it was shiny red.
Did it whip?
I was like 15 or 14. I was scared as shit. Like he just put me out there. There was no practice run. He just told me what it was. And then as soon as I got up to the hill, I was in the street. He's like, turn on the street. This is how you're gonna learn. And I'm like, what? Like at first already a couple of times I had stalled, like just trying to get it out of the neighborhood. And then after that I was like on the street and it was cool like once you got it in gear, and then the
Feels good.
upshifting is cool. And then the downshifting is fine, got all that shit. But then after that it was like once it came from like going to like one again or whatever, and
Like, and
then
on the
like
hill, like on the steep hill.
doing the foot thing where you have to like put the foot down and like let one go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Well, yeah, pushing in the
The
clutch.
clutch, yeah, okay. And then that shit. And then I saw there was a truck, this monster truck, and it was like all these cars were behind me, and I was the one at the light, right? Like the first person at the
Yeah.
light. And there was this big ass truck, like, because I just remember their wheels like being at our face. And I'm just like, oh, my heart was pounding because I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to be the one to start this shit. Like, if I can't start the car, if I can't get it to go, because then you have to start it
Yeah, and then
and do all that. And so then I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous because then I'm looking in the rearview mirror and all the cars are like, coming in the back and they're stopping behind me. And I'm just like, in this big ass truck. And then the light turned green. And then after that, I was trying to do it. And then the car stalled. And then I was like, ah, and I was trying to do it. And then he's like, just calm down. And I was like trying to go. And then the lady like leaned out the truck and she was like, first time driving a stick, honey. It's okay. She's just like, it's always hard the first time. She's like, don't stress it. And then I was just like crying. And I was like, oh my God, these cars are honking. And then I fucking got it. And then I was like, I'm going back to the house.
and then after that, did you do it? Have you driven it
No,
since?
I haven't driven a stick shift since.
I'm so happy. I almost, before I moved out here, I bought my car in Kansas. I almost bought a stick. I was really close to it. I wasn't even thinking about traffic and shit. I'm so happy I didn't.
But stick is cool once you like,
Yeah,
if you do know how to drive
yeah, it's fun,
it.
but it would just be brutal, like in traffic.
It looks good and it's kind of hot. And it's hot when you see a girl drive a stick shift, especially now, because like nowadays nobody knows how to drive a stick shift. All those people are like weeding out, but now I kind of wish. I mean, I do know how to. I just
well, it's like just take a couple reps, just hop back in, you'll be.
Now I'm like a little like better mentally.
Yeah, you're ready. You already had one try. That's how I feel. I'm like, I would be a little intimidated, honestly, to hop in, but I would feel fine. It would just take me. I'd probably stall a couple times, but
at least you know.
Well,
but pretty soon they're not even gonna have like cars with engines.
The autonomous. There's already places that are.
It's horrible.
Doing
and
it.
I don't like that because it's just like I like cars. I may not be a big car person, but my grandpa was into cars and like my dad was into cars.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So then like listening to cars, hearing cars. I have friends who are like into cars, and like I love riding around in their cars and it makes a lot of noise or, and then like I have met family members who hook up cars, they build on cars and stuff. So it's just like thinking about getting rid of the most important part.
That's what I've thought about too. And my thought on it is like, there's such a culture still. It'll take so long. At least we won't see it in our lifetime. I will see a huge conversion to electric, but like there's still people like you're saying who are into the car culture so much that like it'll be hard. The gasoline cars will be old school muscle cars that people love. Those will be around for a long time.
Do they even have like car shopping classes anymore, like in high schools and stuff?
That's a good question. I
Did
never
they
took
have it
one.
in your?
They did. They did it. Not my school in Jersey, but in the school in Kansas, they did.
Yeah.
My little brother took it. He's really good. He fix his car all the time. He'd take it there. They would let him lift it and work on it.
Because that'd be crazy if they got rid of that. And then, well, they probably have. They probably don't. There's a lot of shit that I have this idea of like, I drive a lot, obviously. And as you know, if you drive a lot, you spend a lot of time with yourself. So you talk to yourself a lot and you're just thinking a lot and you're in your own head a lot, right? Yeah. So and you're getting high a lot. I don't know, maybe not everybody. But I'm definitely sometimes. Anyways. But for me, I've thought about it and I'm like had arguments in my head about like what they're teaching kids in school. Not that I don't even have any kids, but I'm just like, there needs to be way more important things that need to be learned here. You know what I mean? Like people like taxes and stuff need to be taught in school. I think like credit should be taught in school. Like I mean like high school, like public school, you
Yeah,
know
but
what I
yeah,
mean?
just like the important
Yeah,
basics.
I
Like,
was like, dude, if you live in LA, they should teach you the roads out here. Like, I feel like you should just know like how to drive out here, because there's just like that's how many accidents. That's why accidents happen is because people are hesitant and they don't know how to drive or whatever the hell. They people don't know where they're going, you know, and everybody's in such a rush. You got people who do know where they're going, people who don't know where they're going. There's so many roads. Everybody's driving with so much energy. So then it's just like if we were taught these things in school, then fucking if kids knew what freeway took you here and here and here and here, and then it's like boom, we would get anywhere. We wouldn't need our GPSs except
yeah,
for by traffic. But
I wonder like how much it's changed, you know. It's like the average school, or like if I went back to the same school I went to grade school at, you know, that,
yeah,
I wonder like, because that's what I would always think when I was getting each grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade. I'm like, I'm learning the same shit every year, just a little more in depth. Like, how
yeah,
many times am I gonna learn about fucking Columbus, bro? Like, what is this?
yeah,
Like,
we need to be learning about other stuff. We need to be learning about like things that are going to benefit us in life, you know.
well, that's where like when I first, you know, found out about the endocannabinoid system and how we all have one,
Hmm.
you know, that blew my mind. I didn't know about that till I was like 25. Like, it's just interesting. Like, I should have probably learned that sometime in health class, right? That we have this system within, you know, like just little shit like that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I think we need to I think our generation is obviously different, like we how we think and like how we're so more on our entrepreneurial
yeah,
side. I feel like our generation is more. It's like there's more people wanting to do their own thing than like living in like a corporate system. I mean, there are people who do, and you know, more power to them. You know, if that's their thing. But I feel like we have more like our generation is more open to like wanting to live for themselves. You know.
yeah, I would say so. There's been a whole, yeah, it's been like a whole switch up of thinking and like mentality. And like my sister-in-law will tell me, she's a cooking teacher. I think for, I forget the grade right now, but she'll always ask the class, what do you guys want to be? She says since her time she's been teaching for a while, she's like, it's crazy. Most kids now want to be YouTubers. She's like, when I first
That's
started, she's like,
crazy.
when I first started, I didn't have one kid wanting to be a YouTuber. I didn't even know, like, now it's like the majority of the class wants to be a YouTuber or an influencer. You know, it's like that's like
That's
so it's kind of
crazy.
trippy, you know. It's like we never really had that either growing up. Now it's like interesting how it's changed, you know.
That's because sorry, I feel like my lips are so dry right now. But I thought I had chapstick. But whatchamacallit? No, this is what I was saying. I was like, you know, because now these generations they have like so much like everything's in their hand, you know, like their phone. Like anything they can look up is just at the touch of their hand, you know, they can just boop 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 and it's there, you know. There's no like creativeness anymore. There's no like I feel like me and my sister when we were kids and stuff, you know, we were like outside having fun. We were like drawing chalk on the ground and like we could it was like almost like the backyardigans type of situation where we could like imagine this whole place and me and her are there and it's real. You know what I mean? And like being able to play make believe and all this other stuff and being able to use our like imagination, you know, as they say in the little meme.
I feel you. That's the shit. Those are the best memories I have, honestly. Some of
Exactly.
them, like just
And
playing
then
outside like
now,
that.
like kids like don't things are just like, oh, I want to be like this because this is how it looks on here. Or, you know, like I can only imagine how high school is or whatever now because you have like all these people that are like, these influences in your these kids' lives, you know, and it's
Yeah,
just like, oh, like coming to school and imagining you don't have enough followers to
yeah,
like have friends
yeah.
or
That's true too,
whatever, you know,
huh?
like so much, at least like what you don't have designer clothes, you don't have lip fillers, like what now kids are so quick to wanting to grow up and
Yeah.
like be this whole other lifestyle that's not even real.
Well, and it's like when you're saying this is popping in my head now, it'd be like my first job was bagging groceries and I was flipping burgers or frying French fries. It's like I could see how too that would be like almost more embarrassing this day and age. Like, oh, my
Yeah.
my homie's making money is like an influencer in sixth grade or whatever. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to, or eight, however,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you get your first job, and I'm like eighth
Yes.
grade, whatever, and I'm like, I don't know. It's interesting times. We'll see what like
It
plays out.
is. That's why I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. I'm just taking my time to just really focus on me and not, not really rushing to have any kids at the moment.
I
And just
feel
like,
it.
trying to figure it out myself. And I'm just like, I'm excited, about what the possibilities are for me or whatever, what possibilities can happen. Cause, I think I'm always been trying to like always do the right thing, whatever the right thing is. And it's just like maybe the right thing is not the right thing for me? So we're gonna see how this year goes.
Yeah, well, cheers to that. I feel that.
Right?
I'm gonna do the same thing. We'll
We gotta
wrap.
do more stuff.
Yeah, we'll wrap up on that note on this pod, but let's come up with some video ideas.
Yeah.
And when you were saying the voiceover thing you'd mentioned, like I feel like you do have a unique voice to you that you should pursue. That would be cool.
Yeah, but if you could help me figure out like what the route is, because I don't really know too much.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I just put together a little reel. I can help you record some shit here, and you'll be good.
Yeah, because I would like to like also start doing that just to make like money on the side.
You can,
You
if
know?
you do it, you can. Yeah, once you get into that, like you can make some serious money, like you're saying, and it's on your own time.
Yeah.
Even apart from like booking gigs with an agent in LA, like I've found websites. I haven't done it, but like you can go on websites and like people will pay you a certain amount hourly to do their audiobook for them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like stuff like
exactly.
that. Like there's definitely a hustle that can be tapped with that for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. And I could read the shit out of a book. I can make that shit feel like you're there. You
That's what's
picture
up.
me like I'm a good, I guess. My mom says I'm always like a good storyteller. So it's like I'm
It's a
able
good skill to
be,
have. It's so important for so many reasons, you know.
yeah, and to be able to like talk to someone and keep them interested and able to like communicate to them in a way where they can visualize it too.
Yeah.
They can see it and be there and be like, oh yeah, I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the little details that you throw in and stuff. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I need that chapstick.
oh yeah. Well, actually,
Well, too late
well,
now.
hey,
You're
well,
trying to grab
thanks again for coming on. It's been
Yeah.
real. And yeah, we'll have more content coming out. So how long have we
Hey.
been going? Dang, we've been going for almost 2 hours.